see, what do I have to say about the iPhone? Well, okay, the iPhone keyboard, but someone who was it? Nick Douglas today sent me a text message about the iPhone. What did he say? He said that the iPhone is comparable to a book that Bill Gates wrote in 1995. So, what do you think about that?
That's pretty much the consensus. Maybe Phil's holding out the Apple, but I don't know. I don't know. I still like it because it's an Apple product. No matter how hard the facts are. I mean, the facts are it doesn't have a good battery. It doesn't have
a nice battery.
Or a good battery.
Or expanded memory. What happens when you fill up a 40 gigabyte iPhone with MP3s? You know.
Oh, pass the mic.
What happens when you fill up your iPhone with 40 gigabytes of MP3s? You can't upgrade it anymore. Why? Steve Jobs wants you to buy another iPhone. Speaking of I'm Stefan from Nokia.com.
Yeah.
So basically,
So you're a Nokia guy?
I'm a Nokia guy. I love Nokia to death. Even though, my Nokia n93 might be a tiny bit huge. You want to check it out?
n93. Okay, this is the older version of it. I just saw the new one.
I know.
It's okay. I feel so ghetto with my Trio, actually. But, okay, it's a little heavy. The newer one is flatter. And then I like it. The only thing that this is the only thing I don't like about Nokia is that most of the keypads, I just like to have it like my Trio where I can type it easily with my phones. With my thumbs. But the cool thing about the Nokia is that they do have a keypad, so you can just slip that into your purse or your pocket, and you can fold it in half, so you can carry it with you anywhere, and it's under $200, so it's really not that expensive, and you can just carry it with you on the train. But the camera is one of the best parts about this phone. Here, what does it have? 3.2 megapixels.
Yeah, and the new Apple is 2 megapixel, right?
Yeah, with no autofocus at all. So what you're staring at, and there's also no flash, which is going to be horrible because everyone's going to be in a low light situation and they take a picture with their iPhone and put it on Flickr. They're going to be like, what's wrong?
And what else is wrong with the iPhone?
Let's see, what is it wrong with it? Okay, you can't change the battery. You can't expand the memory. You're locked into singular for 2 years.
It's expensive. It's $500 for every 2 years.
It's $500 for 2 years.
The base price with the 4 gigs of memory is $500. With the 8 gigs of memory, you're looking at $600.
With a 2-year contract. No GPS at all. No 3G. You're stuck to Singular's edge. So.
You know what? Okay, so I do gadget reviews, and the reason I won't give the iPhone a 5 star, because I knew it had 5 stars, is because it doesn't have GPS.
Exactly.
That's the key competition right there. Everybody wants the GPS. They want the voice, turn left, turn right. They want that. It doesn't have it.
And when you're blogging, I think there's going to be new services out. When I'm in a sushi restaurant, I write a little blog review, and it tells you where the address is. Well, now somebody else can look up that address and see my little blog review. There's going to be services like that, and they're going to
Nokia has those services, as you probably know. They have instant blogging with their newest.
Yeah. Plus, for me, it's a vaporware product. You were not allowed to touch it. It was underneath glass. It's not going to ship until June. So we have no idea whether this thing works or not.
It hasn't been approved by the FCC at all. So that will take another month at least. So.
But I don't know. It's still an Apple product, and it's still cool because
it's shiny, white, beautiful.
To get back to a point that she made about people driving, a lot of people, they shouldn't use their phone while driving. Being a complete touchscreen, people aren't going to know what buttons they're pressing. Because obviously they have to be looking at the road. They're not going to be able to constantly stare at their phone to see how it's morphing.
Well, you can buy other products, like Bluetooth, for example, has a product that's a speakerphone that you can just clip to your visor, and then that will just with Bluetooth connect to your cell phone.
But that's only for talking. I mean, looking up contacts, changing songs.
Being able to punch in a number.
Text messaging. Everyone text messages on the road now.
Of course.
Yeah,
So dangerous.
It is dangerous. I'm wondering what the feeling of that keyboard is. You know, I think if I'm going to actually write an email or send a blog post or something like that from my phone, I'm going to want it something like a Trio or a BlackBerry or a mobile smartphone. I mean, your phone here has a keyboard, right?
Yeah, it's got the keyboard where it slides down, but you can't punch the numbers or even look up the contacts on this when you're driving down the road for the same problem like they're saying with the Apple. I mean, here, I'm going to turn mine off.